If you have been to doctors, seen a nutritionist, tried keto, low carb, fasting, cutting calories, even hormone therapy, and your weight is still going up instead of down, I need you to hear this. It is not because you're broken. It is because you're not trying hard enough. And it's certainly not because nothing can help you. It is because every single person you went to was solving the wrong problem. Real quick, before we dive in, I created a free 2-minute quiz that identifies the exact hormonal pattern driving your symptoms. The link is in the description. Take it after this video and your results show it right on the screen. Okay, let's get into it. Here's what most doctors and nutritionists do when a woman comes in struggling with menopause weight gain. They tell her to eat less, move more, cut carbs, restrict calories, maybe try a meal plan, or they put them on an anti-inflammatory diet or start her on a supplement protocol. And I want to be clear, these are not bad people. They are not trying to fail you. They are following the standard playbook that was designed for a 25-year-old body with stable hormones. But you're not 25 and your hormones have completely reorganized. After 35, and especially in perimenopause and menopause, your body is no longer driven by calories in and calories out. It is driven by cortisol dysregulation, blood sugar instability, gut inflammation, and hormonal patterns that are completely unique to you. When you cut calories, your cortisol goes up and your body holds onto fat harder. When you do keto, your blood sugar crashes and your stress hormones spike. When you skip meals, your metabolism reads this as a threat and locks down everything. The harder you try, the worse it gets. And nobody told you why. And here's the most frustrating part. You go back to the doctor and you tell them nothing's working. And they tell you to try harder, eat less, exercise more. Or they run labs and tell you everything looks normal. But you do not feel normal. You feel like a stranger in your own body. And that disconnect between what the labs say and what you're actually experiencing, that is the gap that functional nutrition fills. I had a client who came to me recently. She was 52, had a hysterectomy, was on compound estrogen and progesterone. Her hot flashes were gone. She was sleeping through the night, but her weight kept going up no matter what she did. She tried keto, fasting, eating less, juice detoxes, hormone therapy. She'd been to many doctors. She has seen a nutritionist. Nobody could figure it out. She told me on our call, I feel like I'm losing the battle. I don't know what is going to happen if nothing changes. I am starting to think about just not eating at all. She was exhausted, not just physically, emotionally exhausted from trying so hard for so long and getting nowhere. She was also skipping breakfast every single day because she was not hungry in the morning. By 2 or 3 in the afternoon, she was exhausted and starving and grabbing for whatever was convenient. Sound familiar? That pattern alone was spiking her cortisol every single morning, crashing her blood sugar by afternoon, and sending her body into the full fat storage mode. And no doctor had ever connected those dots for her. And here's what I told her. None of what you've tried was wrong, but all of it was treating the symptom, the weight, instead of the root cause driving it. Her cortisol was chronically elevated from years of caregiving, stress, and undereating. Her blood sugar was crashing and spiking all day because she wasn't eating breakfast and then eating when she was exhausted in the afternoon. Her gut inflammation was amplifying every hormonal signal in her body. No meal plan was going to fix that. No calorie restriction was going to fix that. Because the problem was never the food. The problem was what was happening underneath. This is where I work differently from most nutritionists and doctors. I am not going to give you a meal plan. I'm not going to tell you to cut carbs or restrict calories. I'm not going to hand you a list of foods to avoid and send you on your way. And here's the thing about anti-inflammatory diets and supplement protocols. Those things can help, but only if you know which inflammation is driving your symptoms in the first place. Taking a fish oil supplement when your cortisol is through the roof is like putting a band-aid on a broken arm. The supplement is not wrong, but it's not solving the right problem. And that is why women come to me after years of supplement protocols and anti-inflammatory diets and still are not seeing results because we never identified the root pattern first. What I do is work on the root cause. What is actually driving the symptoms? Is it cortisol dysregulation, blood sugar instability, gut inflammation, an estrogen shift in your body hasn't adapted to? Because until we know which specific pattern is keeping your body stuck, nothing is going to work. Not for long anyway. This is why women come to me after seeing multiple doctors and nutritionists and finally getting results. Not because I'm smarter than their doctors, but because I am asking a completely different question. Not how do we get her to eat less, but why is her body holding on to weight in the first place? And what does it actually need to let it go? That is functional nutrition, and it changes everything. I want to ask you something right now. Have you ever felt like you were doing everything right and your body was just working against you? Like no matter what you tried, it wasn't enough. Comment yes below if that's you, because I want you to know you're not alone. And there is a reason, and it is fixable. The first step is finally getting results is understanding which specific hormonal pattern is driving your symptoms. Not a generic menopause protocol, not another meal plan, not another supplement, your specific pattern. Because a woman whose belly fat is driven by cortisol needs a completely different approach than a woman whose symptoms are driven by blood sugar instability or gut inflammation or an estrogen shift. Most nutritionists and doctors treat menopause weight gain the same way in every woman. But your body is not every woman. Your pattern is specific to you. And when you finally know what it is, everything changes. Because now you're solving the right problem for the first time. This is exactly why I created the free hormone quiz in the description. It identifies your specific hormonal pattern in just 2 minutes, and your result shows it right on the screen. If you've tried everything and nothing has worked, this is your next step. Not another diet, not another doctor's appointment, not another supplement, just 2 minutes to finally understand what your body has been trying to tell you. The link is in the description. Go take it right now while you're thinking about it. And if this video resonated, share it with a woman in your life who has been struggling and feeling like nothing works. She needs to hear this. And I'll see you in the next one.